This one is titled A Self-Reflection on an IPU on the Saudi Exchange. Our speaker will be Dr. Mohamed Farouk, the Group CEO of ADES, who will be sharing insights and experiences on one of the largest and most recent IPOs on the Saudi Exchange, and it will be moderated by Mr. Ma'an Al-Namrawi, who is the Global Head of Commissioning for Alpine Unlimited. This panel will begin momentarily, and until then, gentlemen, you can please make your way to the stage. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I think it's quite challenging to have a session after the lunch. However, we will try to make it short and efficient as much as possible. If you allow me to introduce my guest today, Dr. Mohamed Farouk. He's the CEO for ADES Group. My name is Ma'an Namrawi. I'm the Global Head of Commissioning for Alpine Limited. To be honest, today we are not going to hear something about fintech companies. We are not going to hear about tech-driven or tech-savvy companies. Here we are going to talk about another story. This story I like in person because I'm an engineer in training. And I would like to hear about success stories for those companies who are providing such kind of hardcore engineering services. Uh, ADES Group is one of those companies who are providing such kind of services for all oil and gas industry. So, Mr. Farouk, tell us about the story about ADES. What's unique in there, and what is your strategy in Saudi Arabia?
Thank you very much for the introduction, and I'm really happy to be here in Riyadh. Again, ADES is a drilling player. Today, ADES is the largest global offshore jackup player worldwide. Also, we do land drilling. We work for big national oil companies led by Saudi Aramco, Kuwait Oil Company, Qatar Energy, large international oil companies like Eni, Total, and others. We are today very proud having more than 8,000 plus employees. We are, our headquarters actually in Khobar, within Dammam in the eastern province of Saudi Arabia. We today really operates out of 8 countries. We operate in Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, Egypt, North Africa, Tunisia, Algeria, and recently India and Indonesia. We have big operation. We are actually pre-qualified in most of the global world. Really, we have been growing significantly over the last 10 plus years by seeing the opportunity of oil and gas services, where I would say the energy train has been moving from west to east, creating some kind of vacuum. We have seen this vacuum coming, and we acted proactively early to work on consolidating the market and putting a lot of the offshore and onshore companies, either organically, inorganically, under the flag of ADES and under the Saudi flag. We are really happy because Saudi, as one of the largest producer of oil and gas worldwide, has deserved to have the largest player into that arena. And today we are very proud to say this player exists and leading this sector in a very proactive manner. We really have one of the highest standard into safety, operational excellence, which I think is one of the mandatories to work into that business. It's not about the financing, it's not about the equipment, but it's all about the operational excellence and safety. For sure, today, by operating into that area, we found the strategy, given that, has been mentioned several times by His Excellency, the Minister of Energy, Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, that Saudi will continue to drill until the last oil drop. So that gave us a good vision on the future, that we are here to last for a long time. It's not about tactical, as some of the other companies were actually getting out of business, and we are building this platform, which today has been proven to be very successful in terms of growing the business. So that's just a quick introduction and where we are heading, hopefully, in the future.
Interesting, interesting. Actually, navigating from a private to public for organization is quite challenging. Quite challenging, quite demanding, and it might impact the way the business is modeling himself to deliver the value. So could you please just tell us about those challenges that you have faced? How did you facilitate those challenges? And what's the impact that you witnessed on ADES by moving through this IPO?
Great. I think the important part here is that we were a public company in London Stock Exchange between 2017 and 2021. Late 2020, we have been approached by the PIF to take the company private, and we agreed with the shareholder to do so. And at that point of time, we took the company private. we put a lot of resources to grow the company, again, organically and inorganically. At that point of time, just to give an idea, our backlog was close to $1 billion. And over the last 3 years, we have grown the company until our backlog has grown to $7 billion, almost sevenfold. And we really use this opportunity to grow the business, and which has reflected in terms of growing the top line, bottom line, the number of people, moving the headquarters. And this was an interesting journey of consolidation, where we were 15 offshore assets. Today, we are 49 offshore assets, as I said, leading the global market. We also have today almost 37 onshore assets. And the journey was very interesting. And I remember the first time I met the Deputy Governor, Mr. Yazid Hamid, and I was very proud talking about business plan and talking about the business and how we will be a regional player. And his statement was very bold and bullish, say, we didn't invest in ADES to be the regional player. We invested in ADES to be the #1 global player. And this was very encouraging, give a lot of enthusiasm and give a lot of vision. And I have to say that really we have got access to the market here from a financing aspect. We have been encouraged to hire more people and localize the business. And really today we are very proud to say that all the revenue, which part of it in the past was going outside, being maybe managed through US and European company, kept in Kingdom. But more important, we have inflows coming from the region, namely from Qatar, from Kuwait, from other markets. This US dollar actually coming to and stay here in Kingdom, which is part of the vision of His Excellency the Royal Prince, where he said, we want to have our local player to be really strong enough and give them the access to a global market. And this is what really happened over time. And I have to say by maybe late 2022, we agreed, based on the size of the business, to take the company to Tadawul and work on that. We have done a good work with the regulator, CMA, who is really encouraging to build such capability and put this oil and gas hub led by companies like ADES to be here in Kingdom, encourage others. And we were very pleased with the exercise, with the regulator requirements. And I think we were able to raise $1.2 billion. Actually, just to say, we were covered more than 60 times with $72 billion, which I think is very encouraging. A lot of Western or European US flows coming. And I think we have done a great listing with a great success, with a great, I would say in terms of liquidity, in terms of market cap, in terms of the foreign versus local. And this has been recently showing a success by getting included into the MSI. So we are today included in the MSI as really the first regional driller to be in the MSI. We're very proud to be part of this, which I think will start early March, the trading from an MSI process.
So you feel the whole ecosystem has interactively contributed in seizing this opportunity and facilitating such kind, including the financing facilities, etc. The whole ecosystem has contributed effectively to this. Now, let's move to a very important questions, because currently everybody, including the investors, are questioning not only the financial statement of the companies. They are looking beyond to the impact that the company might have on the environmental as well as on the society, including the governance it adopts in order to make a sustained growth in future. Could you tell us in a brief, in less than 1 minute, how ADES have went through the ESG, let's say, journey as part of their growth and sustained growth?
Sure. For sure, ESG is part and parcel of our day-to-day. It's really part of the 2030 vision. From an environmental point of view, we are very keen to reduce emissions significantly by 2030 and the carbon consumption. on really the part of governance. We have been practicing the governance since we left London. We didn't leave it. We have the committees from the remuneration committees, the internal audit committees, the executive committees, and from governance we have a good, actually 3 independent board members has been there, and we are continue doing that. From social responsibility, we are part of the SADA program, which is Saudi Arabian Drilling Academy established by Aramco, where we are committed to train and develop 200 graduates with time and invest more than $4-5 million per annum to do so. Part of it is taking or establishing and be part of a sponsor for the largest children hospital in the region, which I think is also part of our social responsibility. So we are working hard to achieve this and fulfill this.
And I think out of the 8,000 employees you have, 5,000 are
sitting in Kingdom. More than 70% of that are Saudi really laborers between girls and boys. We are very proud having this team part of our organization.
Interesting. Time flies. It was a very interesting discussion with you. I thank you very much for this discussion. Thank you all for your attendance and for listening. Please join me to have a cheers for Dr. Farouk for this interesting session.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.